I'm Lizzie, and I'm a soprano 1 in the Denver Women's Chorus. I was 18 when I found out that I was pregnant, and I knew immediately that I wanted an abortion. I was poor, I was in an abusive relationship, and I had just dropped out of college because of the expense. I also didn't have a car or stable housing. I had dreams of leaving my rural hometown in Missouri for better opportunities. And also, I just don't want kids. Even a decade ago, when I had my abortion, Missouri was extremely restrictive. There was one clinic in the entire state, and it was almost 3 hours away from my hometown, and it was booked out for weeks. I was required to complete counseling 72 hours before my procedure. I was required to endure invasive exams and imaging, and after driving back and forth for a total of 12 hours, or rather my mom driving back and forth for a total of 12 hours, and almost $1,000 later, I finally accessed this basic healthcare service that I needed. A healthcare service that saved my life. And now, after the Dobbs decision, my abortion would be illegal.
I was young and in college when Roe versus Wade was enacted, I guess you could say. And I was a young college student, and it opened a world that I don't think any woman had had before. And now we're being told, oh, well, we're going to slam the door on you and you're going to become a second-class citizen.
I'm still struggling with the idea of how we're still fighting this fight. I get angry every time I think about this.
My Body, My Voice is standing up for body autonomy, not just an abortion, but body autonomy overall. Please respect my existence.
I cannot talk about my body, my voice as a trans person without addressing the fact that everything about anti-trans legislation is not just about anti-trans. It is ultimately about bodily autonomy. Mm-hmm. It is ultimately about who gets to tell who what to do with their bodies.
We had a different concert programmed for November of 2022, and when the Dobbs decision came through on June 25th, our music advisory committee had a semi-emergency meeting shortly after, and pretty unanimously decided that everything needed to change.
We turned on a dime, and in November we sang this show where we were unabashedly talking about how bodily autonomy is vital, and we were able to specifically say that abortion is healthcare.
People can hear the message through song that they can't necessarily hear when it's spoken, because it's delivered in a way that they're able to hear it through their heart.
It's one thing when you feel that way individually, it can be overwhelming to carry that around all the time. But if on a Sunday night every week you get together with 100 other people who are singing those words along with you, it makes it feel much less lonely than if you were carrying it by yourself.